Have a really good time.
Yep. Okay.
What can I tell you?
Well, what do you think the fans can expect in season 4?
Well, we're a supernatural show about a supernatural family, and so we like to tell family stories about a dysfunctional family and use their supernatural origin to kind of be a metaphor for the real life problems any family faces. And one of the things that I, as a father, have experienced and am excited to dramatize is the relationship between parents and their children. And we've talked about how the Michelsons reacted to their own parents. Now we get to see Klaus and Haley dealing with their own child, who, after our time jump, is now 7 years old. And so Hope is going to be a fully formed, big part of our season. And the discussions between Klaus and Elijah, and Klaus and Haley and Freya, and Haley and all of our characters about what to do and how to treat this child. It's going to be a big part of what we want to explore. Is she a monster like they are? If they are the ones teaching her how to be a human being, are they going to corrupt her by no fault other than the fact that they are inhuman monsters, And how do you teach a 7-year-old the complexities of dealing with the fact that your father is a vampire who kills people and feeds on their blood? Is that going to force Klaus to, change his ways or at least lead a double life, Those are all questions that I think we're going to have to deal with in season 4.
Is there a possibility that Klaus can be freed without implicating the others or vice versa?
Freed from his season 3 ending suffering.
Yeah.
I think you can expect that Klaus will do anything to escape that situation. What is complicating things is if he tries to escape or if he finds a way to escape and then is killed by Marcel, he's just caused the death of his family as well. So I think first thing what you can imagine is Haley has got to try to find a way to cure her family. And then once they are no longer linked, you can imagine Klaus Michelson being Klaus Michelson and anything can happen because he desperately wants to be free, be reunited with his family and see his child again. So that's all I can say without spoiling things.
I have to ask. They're saying Caroline might make it to the other side. What are the chances of?
Who's there?
But Caroline reunion.
We don't have anything planned right now. I'll check with Julie. I know that it's the final season of Vampire Diaries, and she and Kevin and the rest of the Vampire Diaries writers have some very specific plans. And once those plans are finished, and if Caroline is alive and free, there may be a possibility for crossover. I will say that there's a lot going on our show, and I am not planning for any crossovers or Caroline.
I was Daniel this our siblings are in this dream state, like they drop for 5 years. Are they going to come out hating each other or loving each other?
I think you can imagine that they're going to come out very, very good at karaoke. Imagine spending 24/7 for 5 years with their siblings. Yeah, they are not going to hate each other. They're going to understand the situation, and I think they are going to find ways to get space when they need it. We're not planning on spending a lot of time depicting that world because it will not be fraught with conflict. They went into that world on good terms. They desperately want to get out because they want to be free and they want to see Klaus. They want to save their brother, but they're family, and we wanted to end on a good note where the family was united, but bad note the family has been taken down. And I think at the end of season 2, they were all fine. Haley was a werewolf, but the Michelsons were pretty much fine. But they couldn't stand each other, and that had to reverse. So part of what we wanted to do in season 3 was to subvert that family dynamic, and I think we did a pretty decent job of that. So now it's a matter of can they find a way out of their dilemma and come together as a family.
Will that be the only challenge that they'll face this season?
No.
Yeah, can you tease anything about the other challenges that are going to come when they wake up besides Marcel?
I think the fact that we have gone to such great lengths to create Hope as a person who is now 7 years old, and she's her own character. You can imagine that one of the reasons we wanted to do that was to take delight in building story off of the consequences of having a 7-year-old who's the most powerful witch in the world. You know, I'm not saying in any way that Hope is the villain, but I am saying that there will be certain elements that will circle that child and that will want to have her and make use of her for their own nefarious ends. And when you think of what New Orleans is, a town that is steeped in supernatural mythology and lore and ghost stories and vampire stories, there's no end to what might happen to that kid. Fortunately, she's got the most powerful guardians. Even though they're monsters, she's got the most powerful family in the world. So there's a great opportunity for drama there.
Thank you so much.